Hey, what's up guys, Wallen Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the DC Multiverse. This is the Collect and Connect Killer Croc Wave, and this is Batman, Dick Grayson Batman right here. So we're going to do a little double feature, taking a look at a new one with Nightwing. Here's a side picture of him, right there. Here's the back, collect all of those to get Killer Croc. Let's open them up. Alright, so here is Batman. I'm going to call him Batman from now on, even though he is Dick Grayson. But here is Batman out of the box, and he does come with a couple of accessories. First off, he does come with the left leg of Killer Croc right now, and you can see how big Killer Croc would be next to a 6-inch figure. So it's a big Build-A-Figure right there. Looks pretty good too. We're interested in that. We'll put it to the side for now. The other accessories comes with is a alternative head, which is Dick Grayson right there. It's okay. Not bad. It looks like it's Dick Grayson when he just took off the mask. The hair is kind of messy. Doesn't look that bad. I think the hair is probably the worst part maybe, but I can see why they did it the way they did, because it looks like he's supposed to be wearing the Batman suit with the mask taken off, which is the other accessory right there, which is not bad actually. It's basically the mask when you put it around his back of his head, and it's really soft material, so that's pretty good right there. Now if you want to take the head off, it's pretty easy to pop it off like that, and then you're going to take this, slap it on the back right there, as you can see, and then you pop on the new head if it wants to go on. There you go. And then you got Dick Grayson Batman unmasked. Pretty cool. You know, it is a pretty cool accessory to have. I wanted to do this from now on, even with like Bruce Wayne. That'd be pretty cool to have, just to have as a added accessory. But it's a nice touch to it. Alright, so here they are side by side, Nightwing and Batman right there, both the same person. You can see the face sculpts aren't exactly the same. You would think maybe they would use the same like face sculpt, a head sculpt, but it really isn't. So that's, you know, you could nitpick it all you want. I actually prefer this head sculpt a lot better than this one. But yeah, it is what it is right there. And in case you're wondering, I did actually try to take this head sculpt off to put this one on, but it's not as easy to get off, so I don't want to really force it. Maybe later on I'll put some heat to it and pop it off, but it doesn't come off as smooth as taking this one off. Alright, so that's about it for accessories. No batarangs, no grappling hook, nothing else, just the head and the mask. So here is Batman up close and personal. Overall, not bad. He is sporting an older suit that Batman used to wear, not the new 52 or Rebirth suit or anything like that. He has the classic underwear right there. There is a little bit different shading in colors here and there, so we'll go over it right now. The cowl itself is a little bit of a bluish tint to it, a bluish shade, if you want to call it that. The Batman symbol on the chest is black right there. You go down, it looks like this is actually black as well. The gloves are a shade of blue. You go down to the boots right there, it is a shade of blue as well. The back right here, he does have a cape, which is nice fabric, but it's really small. Really small cape. It just barely goes past his, you know, is along the line of his back, not even across the shoulders. So I'm not sure if people will like that or not right there, but I do like the fact that we do get a cloth cape, which is pretty nice. Looking at the rest of the body, there are shades of darker gray along the body in some random places. I guess you'd call it shading. It is very random though, but it does look pretty nice overall. That belt over here is a little bit different than you're used to seeing. There are no pouches to it or nothing like that. So it's really up to you if you like it or not. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. It is what it is though. Alright, so quickly taking a look at his head sculpt though as Batman. I had to admit, I don't like the smirk right there. I don't know, maybe just me. It looks like he's smiling too much as a Batman character. Maybe, I guess it points out to the fact that he is not the same Batman as Bruce Wayne, so he does have a smirk. He's a little bit lighthearted, maybe a little bit more carefree, not as serious, I guess. But yeah, he does have a smirk right there. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Overall, though, as a Batman head sculpt, it's not that bad. I just could have lived without the little smirk there. Alright, size comparison time. So here he is with his other persona in Nightwing. And of course we have the Red Hood, Jason Todd, right there. I do remember reading the Battle for the Cowl comic series, which is pretty cool. But I want to focus right now on these two figures because you would think they would use the same exact body sculpts, but they didn't actually. They're a little bit different, especially the upper body at least. The lower body might be the same, but the upper body actually want to focus on. So now when you see them side by side, up close and personal, you can see the upper bodies are a lot different, especially in the chest area right here. You can see his chest is a little more wider and sculpted, while you can see more of the rounded pecs right there. So they are a little bit different comparing them to side by side. Different arms as well. They have a different structure in the arms, along with the gloves, you want to call it that, too. But overall, it looks like the lower bodies are the same. At least the legs are. Maybe the crotch area is a little bit different. It seems to be a little bit skinnier and smaller compared to over here. But yeah, I think they were focusing probably on having similar body types at least, because it is the same character. But it looks like Nightwing's body is a little bit bigger though overall. Alright, so next up right here we have the new Red Robin figure from the same wave, and next up to him is the Rebirth Batman figure, which is not bad actually. I have grown to liking this figure a lot more as the years has gone by. But size comparison wise, you can see that the new DC Multiverse figures are a little bit taller now, because they are at least on par, or if not taller than the Batman figure to their right. However, though, they do not have the same girth as the Batman figure. Alright, so next up in size comparisons, we have the DC Signatures and DC Multiverse Robin figures right here. Both are pretty similar overall, but have slight differences as you can see. But here they are side by side with the new Batman, as they were their own dynamic duo in the comics. And for another size comparison, we have a more recent animated version of Robin from the Batman vs. the Ninja Turtles movie, and we have the DC Icons Robin right there, which is, in my opinion, a little bit too small for this, I believe. I think maybe he might be a good size overall, or if you want to use one of these, might be a little bit better, because he is still a little kid anyway. But yeah, there he is. Going to articulation right now, he does have a bulge in the head, which is a little bit on a hinge, so it doesn't go that far forward though, but going back, you do have a little bit right there. So he does look up a little bit, left and right there. Going to the side, pivots a little bit, so it's not that bad. These shoulders are hinged that rotate, so they go all the way up about that far. They go all the way around as well, which is pretty nice. He does have a bicep swivel right there. At the elbow right here, he does have a joint that bends in right there. And at the wrist right here, he has a hinge and a swivel, so it's pretty standard right there. Going to the ab joint right here, he has a hinge joint that actually goes forward pretty nicely, which is pretty nice. I do like that. However, it doesn't go back though. It just stays straight. So that's pretty interesting, because usually it goes back a lot and it doesn't go forward. This one goes forward a lot and doesn't go back. He does have a standard waist swivel right there, so that's pretty nice. At the hips right here, T-jointed hips, so go forward all the way, which is good movement. I like that a lot. Doesn't go back that much. Split wise, fantastic for Dick Grayson right there, which is pretty nice. Thigh swivel. 2 points at the knee right there, which is great. And at the ankle, he has a hinge. It goes all the way up, which is nice. Back all the way, fantastic. He does kind of swivel left and right, and that's about it. I'm not sure it's on purpose or it's just loose, but it does swivel a little bit left and right. No pivot though. Alright guys, so what do you say about this figure? You know what, I'm not really sure, to be honest. You know, there's not that much to hate about it, but there's not that much to really like about it. In my opinion, it's just there. Overall, it's a great looking figure. It's well made, so that's a good thing right there. The shading on the figure is okay. It is in decent places, so you will like that. But it's just like the fact that, you know, Dick's run as Batman came and gone, so if you really have a nostalgic feeling for it, maybe you will like this figure. I do like the fact that it has an alternative head, which is pretty nice, and you do get this little back cowl, which is pretty cool. You could probably use this for other things. If you want to paint it fully black, that'd be pretty nice too. But the lack of accessories is something to talk about too. I do wish he had more hands. I do wish he had at least a batarang or something like that. That went pretty nice. I don't like the little smirk on his face. That's just my opinion. I do wish it was more neutral, if anything like that. The cowl is pretty nice. The cape itself, I do wish it was a little bit wider, maybe. That's me just nitpicking it. But still a nice figure. Articulation is pretty good. Execution is pretty good too. So, like I said, it's just there. It's either you want it or you don't want it. But yeah, good figure though, overall. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. And like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!
That's crispy.